What's up, chat? Today, we're going to talk about some epic ways to get you into some legit colleges, or, if you want, getting a job. First, let's look at that job application. At ACC, we have some poggers CTE classes that will make it easy for students to get certifications.
This is the best building I've ever taught. I love the fact that you guys as students can, on a whim, go take a barbering class for a year, or on a whim, go work with little kids, or on a whim, go spend a year doing ROTC. Not because you want to do any of those things in the future, but now you have an experience where you're like, well, now I'm going to college, I can help some kid by barbering, or I can make some money by that, right? Or automotive, fixing cars. It's all right here. So I can't think of a better space to be at. In my CAD class, I teach, they get a certification for a world-class CAD program. I teach them Fusion 360, which is an Autodesk software, which is, again, used across the world. You get that, you can walk out the door, you should probably be able to get a pretty decent summer job. I have my computer-aided design class making balsa wood airplanes. Why? Because we have this space out here that just seems like it's suited for throwing things off the second floor and watching them fly. The real intent is for them to learn how to use a laser. So why do boring when you can do something exciting?
The main skill that I learned was how to design in Fusion 360, which is a design software. And so I learned how to do all sorts of designs and learn and look at sketches and turn that into CAD. So I plan to do mechanical engineering, and I also want to apply for a summer job and a capstone in mechanical engineering. So having, first of all, the certification in the program and also having the skills and the knowledge about how to use the program will really help me get an offer. So, okay, I'd say the coolest thing that I did was I made a WALL-E. So the character from the movie, I made it out of wood. So it's it was a box. It was like this size. And I CNC'd it out of wood. And then I nailed it together and I painted it and I 3D printed it. And the eyes on the tread. And it was really cool.
PBL is different from a traditional project in that student teams answer a driving question, they work with experts, and they also present to a client. The projects are intentional, they are real world, and they are very structured. One of my favorite PBL projects is the Cut the Cake project, where student teams in geometry work with culinary arts. The student teams were charged with figuring out how to use negative space in culinary art and cross sections in geometry. The students were able to design a cake in their own way, create it using 3D, 2D shape designs and engineering, and cut the cake in half. The surprise was that did they actually get the task accomplished, and that was the most surprising and exciting part. Being able to work in teams as a team leader or whatever role they define gives them the confidence to talk about what they're strongest in. Team leaders facilitate that, and they become a better learner and a better student because of it. It not only helps our students be better students, but it also helps them be better people.
Doth was quite an elegant display of thy's future job through that of the CTE. Let us look now at thine of college credits, what thy small lads refer to as dual enrollment.
Let me tell you a little bit about dual enrollment and how it differs a little bit here at the Career Center as opposed to a college campus. What we have here is our teachers are certified both by the Arlington Public School System as well as by NOVA, which means that they can teach a course that will yield credit for both the high school and college curriculum. What we tend to see here that works really well with dual enrollment is because our students are here in the building every day, they really develop good relationships with the teachers. So in addition to certainly having a teacher-student relationship, many have mentorship relationships with our particular teachers. For an example, people that want to go into computer science really start working well with Mr. Elkner and Mr. Jones as early as 9th grade. So while they're certainly earning credits towards, let's say, a computer science degree from them, they're also learning kind of the insides on careers in computer science. Certainly the academic skills that a student will need, but also the personal skills and how it's going to match with that particular student's work values. When we look at the classes here, when we look at students that are interested in taking dual enrollment, we need students to be really cognizant of time management. For many of our sophomores and juniors, we offer a class called SDB 100. It's a one-credit class called College Success Skills, and it helps people get ready to plan, again, academically, but also in their personal world for these classes. Because when we look at a dual enrollment class, we would say, on average, you're in class 3 hours a week. And for you guys, that would be when it met 2 times for 90 minutes. What's important, however, to note for dual enrollment is our formula is that for every hour a student's in class, it's 2 hours of study time. Now, that might not be every week. Some weeks might be really light, but other weeks could be much more heavy than that. So we do want people to realize that the time management component really factors in. Different from campus, our teachers will kind of remind you along the way that due dates are coming and milestones are coming, but we do really rely on you to have good time management and organizational skills. What we recommend too is that while all this activity takes place in school, anybody that's active in things outside of school, ultimate frisbee, robotics, that type of thing, really need to factor that in as well, because we know they take a lot of time and they're fun. They're an integral part of high school as far as I'm concerned. So you do want to make sure that you're allowing time and, more importantly, energy for those as well, that you're not staying up too late and you're tired and you're coming in not able to give 100%. So allocating your time and energy for your DE classes. We also look at how they differ from the regular classes here. A lot of people will say dual enrollment history. It's taught by Ms. Ladner, whether you're in the DE section or the standard high school section. We do see the similarities, of course, in the teachers and the basic curriculum, but we do tend to see a more advanced approach, let's say, in writing a paper for the standard history versus the DE history. In your science classes, we may see more lab work, more research, more integration, again, into the real world, let's say, of environmental science, as opposed to perhaps just memorizing different things.
That was totally radical, man. I can't believe ACC offers such chill solutions to college. I would totally go here if I could, man. Otherwise, this school has shown all sorts of radical ways to help students with their future career paths. If you want a chill and breezy way to get a jump start into what you want to do, then ACC is a place for you.